I've settled now. I guess it was at this time Friday I was talking about my painful rectal itch again. It's come back again. It never really went away.
Yeah, I just want to share, too, that it always, without you realizing it, what happens is the rest of us get wrapped up in this as well, your painful rectal itch. And then we learn things about people that we don't want to know.
Right.
It's one thing to know about your painful rectal itch, but then I get long-winded emails like, tell them to try this because I had oozing sores from my anus.
Correct.
And I'm like, I don't need to know that.
Right.
I don't need to know that.
A lot of people suggest different things, and I have tried
everything.
A lot of salves, a lot of creams, a lot of different things to rub on the area. I've considered bidet. Somebody actually have mailed me a bidet, which I haven't hooked up yet. They love that. But the one I'm trying today, I've gone to a new thing today. Nivea Shave Cream Sensitive Skin Edition. So I've got that, and I'm ready to try it today.
Shave cream, like
cream.
A post-shave balm?
No, actual shaving cream. This is Nivea Shaving Cream.
So this is what a gentleman would put on his face prior to shaving the whiskers off.
Yes, and now I got that email probably 6 months ago. Okay?
You bookmarked it?
No. I got that email 6 months ago saying, try Nivea Shave Cream Sensitive Skin Edition. And I didn't try it. I tried other things first. I bought a $50 salve, on and on. I've tried little jars of this and that. I've tried everything. Vagisil.
Right on.
I've tried Vagisil. I've
Prep.
had probably 10 things that
I
I've
bet
tried.
you spent $1,000 on stuff.
It's been a lot.
Have you tried Sunny D?
It's not orange juice.
Just pouring it back there.
There's a lot of, somebody said vinegar. Somebody said ammonia. I mean, there's been a lot of things that have been suggested. Bleach. That red hot stuff. What's that called? Frank's Red Hot. Now, these are just people trying to get me to put strange items on the backside. But once I mentioned this again last week, that the problem still persists. The gentleman who suggested Nivea shaving cream said, I told you 6 months ago that this would work. You haven't used it yet. Try it. So I figure the worst that comes out of this is I have a half a jar of shaving cream that I can use on my face.
Eventually you'll use that.
Eventually I'm going to use it. Plus it costs $2, so I'm going to go in there and get it.
Oh, that's good.
That's my thing. That's today. Now,
and when does one apply it?
he said anytime during the day, just take it.
But in your underpants?
He said just to bend over and take this and squirt it in the area.
From the nozzle?
From the nozzle into the area.
Is it like, what is it? Is it come out like real shaving cream?
I've never used it.
It's not in a tube.
I don't know. No, it's a shaving cream. It is shaving cream.
Well, some of it comes out like a gel, then turns to foam.
Yep.
Some comes out as foam.
I'm not sure which it is, but I'm going to use it today. I'm going to buy it today and use it today.
The way you would apply, say, cheese spread to a cracker.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
You being the cracker.
I am the cracker in this scenario.
But if it comes out as a gel, you're supposed to lather it a little bit and then apply, or apply as the gel.
Wouldn't you apply as is? He said apply. Just take it, put it in there.
Would you rather? You're using a Q-tip, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll use a Q-tip. That's fine. Whatever it takes. I'll do whatever.
I mean, you just need a tiny bit. I wouldn't slather it like.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see probably a small amount
like a brick mason.
Be fine, but I don't see it's going to hurt.
Easy to find back there. You know where it is.
You know where it is.
Well, no, it's not going to hurt, but then your shorts are wet.
Yeah, I'll do it late in the day when I'll sit on.
When
a
you
towel.
sit the most,
Did you poop yourself?
I'll sit on a towel, I guess.
Look at this guy. He pooped himself. No, it's shaving cream.
You have to explain to your kids why your daddy's sitting on a towel.
He sold himself.
I'll
watching
do whatever.
the Red Sox.
It doesn't matter. I'll do whatever it takes.
No, it's shaving cream. Up your bunghole.
So this is.
You could shave back there as long as you're there.
Well, maybe you're right.
I mean,
Might as well.
Might as well clean her up.
A full Brazilian.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. By the way, somebody suggested the easy cheese. Now, that was a joke.
I think that was.
People are joking around with me on what to put on there. That's my latest, and I'll just... And people are offended when I don't try. This is just the
Their
latest
remedy?
one. That's right. This is the latest one I'm trying. After that, we'll go to the next if it doesn't work. Right now, we're on Nivea Sensitive Skin Shave Cream. That's where I'm going. All right, I'm picking it up today on the way home.
You might want to double check and make sure there's no fragrance because you don't want.
No, I want it plain.
You don't want scented.
No, you're right. You're right. And somebody also suggested to stop using I use a shower poof, as you know. And somebody said, don't use a shower poof, period, because they trap bacteria and germs.
Well, you change them often, right?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding?
And you don't drag it through the taint, do you?
I used to before I was told to stop that. I was told that, too.
I'm about to save your life.
Yeah.
And your bunghole.
Yeah.
The person who told you this has emailed just now.
Yeah.
An emergency email.
Yeah.
It's the aftershave.
Oh, my God.
Not.
Okay.
It's the
all right.
post-shave
The
mulch.
post-shave,
That makes
post-shave.
way more
Not
sense.
the shaving cream itself.
Wait a minute. I thought, but the aftershave, wouldn't that be really
Stingy?
sting?
No, not the post-shave balms. There's no sting in those things.
Post-shave balm.
Balm.
Yeah, I use one. I use Neutrogena.
It's a very
on it?
yeah.
put a
You're
balm
right.
on.
He copied me on a very simple email. It just says, Kelly, I said the aftershave.
He did. He did. It's aftershave. I'm glad he said that. That's Joe. That's Joe who says aftershave.
My God.
I felt like the
Joe.
shave cream would be a lot easier and better, honestly. I thought that would be. the
Try
thing.
both?
What can it hurt? I've tried.
I don't know what's in Nivea.
I've tried so much. I can't even tell you. My mother used to use Noxzema on, just on her face. I wonder if that would work.
It's a makeup remover.
That is a makeup remover.
Had a smorgasbord back there
You just
so
never
far.
know. You never know what I'm going to put back there. Okay, Joe's right. Aftershave.
Thank you.
You don't
Biggie.
want that on
Thank
your
Joe.
tombstone. You don't know what I'll put back there. Chris Kelly. You'll never know what he put back there.
A lot so far. Here's my factoid about Sylvester Stallone, and this is pretty amazing. Is he in Suicide Squad, Sylvester Stallone?
He is, sort of.
Okay, so
He plays like he plays like a shark. He plays a dumb shark.
Okay.
So basically, he's just an upright walking around shark who says a lot of dumb things.
Yes.
A lot of people joke, did they really explain to him what he was being cast as? Because the shark is just basically, could I eat him?
Okay.
So kind of like when Vin Diesel did for Guardians of the Galaxy with the Groot, the big tree thing. He just has a few lines.
When the Suicide Squad led the box office, topped the box office last week, that marked Sylvester Stallone having a #1 movie at the box office in 6 consecutive decades.
List them.
Okay. In the, what is this, the 2020s, Suicide Squad. In the 2010s, The Expendables.
Yeah.
In the 2000s, he had a movie called Driven, which he was in the 2000s. I don't know that movie.
I do know that.
You know the movie.
Yeah.
In the 90s, Cliffhanger was #1 at the box office for at least a week. In the 80s, he had Rambo, First Blood Part 2,
name
First
'em.
Blood, on and on and on. And in the 70s, Rocky was #1 at the box office, of course, and probably Rocky 2 as well, the Rocky franchise. It is thought he is the first to have a #1 movie in 6, that's 60 years, 6 consecutive decades. Really 50, because here we are in the early 2020s, but still. And he started in the late 70s. It counts. Of the 46 movies Stallone has been in over 6 decades, 20 have reached #1 at the box office.
Pretty
So
good
they're saying it's
percentage.
a pretty big deal, yeah. His next movie is out in August of 2022. He plays in a movie called Samaritan, and he'll be a superhero figure in that one as well. Can he get a 7th? Can he go to 2030 and be in a movie?
What's his age?
How old is Stallone? Well, he was probably 30 in 1976 when Rocky came out, don't you think?
He's in his 70s. I thought
He's
he and
75.
Arnold were around, about both were mid-70s.
I think he was 30. I know he's playing early 30s in Rocky. So I'll bet you in 1976 he's 30s. 30. And so now he'd be about 75.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe they'll remake Rocky in the 2030s, and he could play the Burgess
He'll be
Meredith.
Mick.
Yeah, he should be the
Well,
exactly.
wasn't he already that in Creed or?
Well, he's in
I haven't
Creed.
seen
was he
Creed.
Yeah,
already
he's the Creed movies. He's kind of the Burgess Meredith character. Those are good movies.
Yeah.
I saw the first one. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I missed him. I wanted to see them.
He was good in that.
Yeah.
I thought he was very good. By the way, this is another actor in his older years. Bill Cosby has given his first post-prison interview to a radio station in Marion, Ohio. A radio station in Marion, Ohio.
What?
That's right.
Do you think the cause just started dialing numbers?
Maybe the radio station
to
called
pick
him.
up.
103.5 The Buzz.
Am I the tennis caller? He'd have never made it on here.
Yeah, it's just one of those offhand things.
I
I
know.
bet the radio station said, just call.
Just call us.
His PR guy.
I'd have been like bad impression chief.
You're
and hung
right.
up.
It's Bill Cosby. Biggie would not have let him on. No, he was on with Scott Spears in the morning on WWGH in Marion, Ohio for 15 minutes. They talked about the Olympics,
Okay.
teaching, education in general, the pandemic, but not about what put Cosby in prison.
Oh, the legal stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's the way it is sometimes with celebrity guests. You know, they tell you ahead of time. You're
Off
not
limits.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, what that does is it speaks to how much radio gets pushed around.
Exactly.
You know, because if Cosby were to sit down with, I don't know who the big interviewers
Oprah.
are now,
Oprah, yeah.
Stephanopoulos,
Yeah.
they would never say nothing's off limits.
No, of course not. No. If they said to Oprah Winfrey, all right, you can have a sit down with Bill Cosby, you can't ask him about why he went.
Right.
What would be the point? I mean, why would
Right.
anybody watch that? You know, she'd say no to that, of course. Radio,
Radio,
we'll
yeah,
take it. Yeah.
And been doing it that way for decades.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll
let's
get
have-
pushed
yeah,
around.
Yeah, that's absolutely. We'll
Would
take
you have played? You would have played ball. I feel like if he
God,
said,
yeah.
yeah.
it. Yes.
What was your favorite Olympic event? What did the Cos watch?
Well, we remember we've seen you press one time before in a situation like this where you pressed Al Roker.
Yeah.
Well, Roker and then Mick Fleetwood.
Well,
Yeah,
Mick Fleetwood,
those are bad.
you just kind of own you, but Roker, you did go in for the kill
I did.
because he opened the door. He opened the door for you. He said, "Are you still in contact with Matt Lauer?"
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
And then he slammed it shut.
Exactly. And then I said, what kind of. Listen, I'm not going to answer any questions. You're exactly right. I asked him, are you still in touch with Matt Lauer? First question. Are you still in contact with Matt Lauer?
I am.
How is he doing? Do you think we'll ever hear his side of the story? Will he
I'm
get?
not going to. I'm not going to talk about that. It's a private conversations, and we'll just move on from there.
I understand. You see that? You see how it works?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. That's radio.
Yeah.
You think Oprah's going to take that? No.
So you get
Oprah's
pushed around like that?
not. No. Oprah's not going to
Man,
do
I
that.
always loved how he opened the door just a crack.
He did. Wasn't that
Yeah.
shocking? It was shocking.
Oh, yeah. We still exchange dirty deals.
How many questions did you cram in in 3 seconds?
Yeah, exactly. And what is it? I'm not going to
What did they talk about, Hoda?
I'm not going to talk.
Hoda with the little pukey sign.
Yeah.
We talked about the Olympics. We talked about education.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what the cause talked about with
Yeah.
Mr. Spears in the morning over on 103.5 The Buzz out
That's
in
a
Marion.
good get for him.
That was good.
Yeah.
And you're right, Biggie. If Bill Cosby had called here and said, "This is Bill Cosby, I want to talk to anybody," Biggie would have said,
Nope.
"Sorry, Chief, not happening."
We got Chris Demm. He does a better impression of you.
Better than you are.
Remember, I hung up on a scorpion.
You did. Chris Demm hung up on a scorpion once. Scorpion called and said, "Hi, I'm with the Scorpions." Chris Demm said, "Yeah, right."
Click.
Goodbye. That's how little regard we have for ourselves. That's it.